Let's drill down on the future of our power grid with Nick Akins. He is the chairman and CEO of American Electric Power, one of the biggest power generators in the United States, if not the world. Nick, thank you for coming on the program. In the Biden bill, the Inflation Reduction Act, there's been a lot of money for clean energy, for climate, and a big part of that, as I understand it, is for infrastructure improvements. Part of the reason we have fires and power outages are 75-year-old power lines. What will that money mean for AEP and to make sure we have a reliable grid?
Yeah, certainly it'll mean a lot for the entire grid. Not only the fundamental bill that was done earlier relative to infrastructure, but also the IRA, the Inflation Reduction Act legislation. Both of those go together really to focus on not only resiliency of the grid, but also movement to that clean energy economy. So if we do it in a mindful way, we're mitigating the prices for customers in these periods, because with renewables, you can certainly hedge natural gas prices and those kinds of things that are rising in cost. But also with the infrastructure side, we can be mindful of how we're moving toward and what pace we're moving toward that clean energy economy. And that means making sure we have baseload generation and the resiliency in place, whether it's nuclear, whether it's even natural gas and coal. So we need to focus on those things as a balanced portfolio going forward during this time.
And what lessons, if any, because there are different regulatory schemes, but Nick, what lessons can you and the other power companies in America learn from what's happening in the UK and Europe?
Oh, absolutely. It's around making sure we're using options and looking at that option value associated with different types of resources in play. You can't do everything with one single type of resource, and you can't have a single point of vulnerability on the grid or in terms of resources. So we have to ensure that we're building in resiliency, building in multiple resources that are available, different kinds of resources, because each one of them present both pros and cons. And doing that can help us mitigate any impacts relative to not only pricing, but also resiliency associated with the grid.
We're going to talk about renewables and nuclear in the next segment of the show. But before we talk about the equities, Nick, I want to ask you about running a plant. You own one, a Donald C. Cook plant in sort of southwestern Michigan. If you and your board decided tomorrow, we're going to build a new nuclear plant, could you get it done? And how long would it take?
Well, I think that's a tremendous challenge. When you're trying to build a nuclear station that size and how much capital is being deployed to associate with the construction and the construction time period, you're talking about 15 years to do something like that, with a lot of risk on construction and cost during the interim. So our corporation would not make that bet. What we will do, and certainly the Inflation Reduction Act presents particular value associated with the small modular reactors. The small modular reactors provide a smaller benefit, smaller capital, but also the ability to transition from fossil generation to more 24/7 type of generation. So that option's available. We just have to take the time to make sure it's done right.
Yeah, I got to do something more on the SMRs, the small modular reactors. That is a very interesting technology, but that's for another day. Nick Akins, thank you very much.